Hello and welcome to Game 2 of the final here, the Star City Games Invitational Qualifier in sunny Doncaster. Carrie finds herself a game up thanks to Jonathan punting Game 1 due to missing a couple of different ways of killing Carrie. So let's talk a little bit about the sideboards for both of these decks.
I think that Carrie will have brought in Reckless Waif from the sideboard as just an extra 1-drop against Jonathan's deck. Jonathan will have a bit more in the way of point removal going on for Carrie, maybe a couple of extra ways to gain a bit of life. And obviously his 4 is Ecstatic Asters. I expect to be all-stars in this game, to tell you the truth.
Yep.
And being fair to Jonathan, it's not like he's the first person who's ever missed an on-table kill. I know that I've certainly made.
So what are we just seeing happening there, first couple of turns?
Ogre Bolas for Jonathan, exactly what he wants, and just to get in the way of Carrie's Stromkirk Noble.
And what did he get off the Augur?
He got Azorius Charm.
Okay.
And there's Reckless Waif, so Carrie's definitely boarded that in. And Jonathan just going into the tank a little bit here. No source of white yet for him. I see Slayer's Stronghold in his hand. Probably want to cast a spell to stop that waif from flipping, but he's just going to burn the Rakdos Cackler. He doesn't see the 2 1/1s as any kind of threat yet, but still no white source for him, so that could get a little bit difficult as this game goes. Red decks tend to be very efficient at punishing mana inefficiencies from their opponent. See what Carrie has lined up this turn. Let me show you something that feels extremely bad for a red deck, having to burn something like an Ogre Bolas. Already drawn a card from it, and Searing Spear from Jonathan for the Stromkirk Noble there. And Carrie's just going to make another 1-drop, just replacing it. Jonathan found a source of white. Yeah, it looks like he has. He's got Glacial Fortress there. Passing the turn does mean that that waif's going to flip, but I think we might be getting a bit late in the game for a 3-2 at this point.
Well, he's representing the Angel as per usual.
I think that's pretty much what the blue-white flash deck always does at this point. Hellrider, is this good? Is this allowed? I imagine Jonathan will have boarded out the vast majority of his counter spells.
The only one that's really of any use is the Rewind, as it lets you drop an Angel in after it.
Yeah, but it does feel like a 4-mana counter spell is probably a bit inefficient against a red deck. And Jonathan only has Azorius Charm. He doesn't have the Angel, and the Stromkirk Noble's going to grow a little bit. So what he's probably looking at doing at this point is just trying to manage that Hellrider a little bit, try and keep Carrie from having a swarm of guys on the table. Jonathan looking at a Moorland Haunt in his hand there.
And Carrie getting her guns on the table there.
Mizium Mortar's taking out the Hellrider, so we know that Carrie just drew Reckless Waif off the top because of Azorius Charm. There's another Azorius Charm, so unfortunately Carrie has very little going on now, and just 2 more 1-drops.
So, balls on the table, so to speak.
So to speak.
Yep.
6 mana, Sphinx's Revelation, main phase.
Jonathan knows he's got nothing to fear.
Not at this point, plus playing it main phase means that the waif isn't going to flip. 3 coming in.
So any kind of sweeper here is obviously what Jonathan would be hoping for.
Yeah, it'd be particularly devastating. Seems like he's drawn 4 extra cards without seeing a 7th land there, but well, maybe, maybe not. Picking up 3, then 4 could be anything he's representing at this point.
I think if he had the Wrath effect, he would have done it by now.
I don't know. This is Jonathan we're talking about. He'll think about pretty much everything he can. But the graveyard for Jonathan's definitely getting stoked at this point. So a Snapcaster Mage will be able to have any number of spells come in on his side. But this looks like maybe a Staticaster. Yep. And he's going to take out probably the Stromkirk Noble, I think, at this point. It's a creature which presents the greatest threat to him.
This was another one of Jonathan's sideboard cards.
Yeah, very, very good sideboard card against red. And he takes 2 for that land, so I think we might be seeing shenanigans this turn.
Well, it's definitely going to be the Angel then. It lets him shoot down a 2-drop.
Exactly.
2/2 now. I don't think Jonathan's in a position to take the 2.
Just take 2 to represent it, no. And Carrie's in a situation at this point where she's just not got the options available to her to just play around, and in come the guys. I think this might be welcome to the definition of an utter disaster coming here. Yep, that's Restoration Angel. So the Angel's going to block the Zealot, and yeah. How about no damage and 3 of your guys die? Seems pretty bad if you carry there, really. And that's Sphinx's Revelation for 4, and Carrie's just had enough at this point.
So that makes the score 1 game all each, but more importantly, Carrie gets to go first in the decider, which will be on the next video.